Hey, I'm Grant and welcome to the Stay of the Channel for January 15th. So basically my main focus right now is just getting everything for Resident Evil out. I'm working on stuff with that to hopefully make it not terrible to put out a whole bunch. And overall that's getting by. I'm learning a lot of new stuff after making some mistakes, but overall I think it's something I can keep repeating so that I don't know if I'll have something ready by next month, but I'd like to, but that it's not a big deal to sit down and do giant batch recordings. I'm liking so far what I have where I just take these massive recording sessions of like, say, 2 hours, and I just edit them all in one go, and then I just chunk them up, and then I essentially make the videos, and I just export all, let's say, 5 or 6 at once. That process is way more efficient and works, and I think I have it down to a good science. I'm just trying to figure out, I think, in a way to have the workflow to do everything I want to do in the week and to get it done. Because right now, like, I really want to get around to doing those weekly OSRS videos, but every week it always seems like I either forget or I just don't have time, where it gets down to like Thursday or Friday night. And it's like, oh, I haven't even started on that. When realistically, I'd like to get to the point where I made 5 here and I just start queuing them out and I just make some more when it goes down, or maybe I haven't had time to actually sit down and film it, but I wrote the script or I made the artwork or something like that. And it always seems like it gets straight down the wire, just can't do it. Even though statistically, that stuff has always done the best on the channel. I really should sit down and just keep going. But I'm still just trying to figure that out and making my processes better so I can do that. Otherwise, other stuff going, podcast still going well. I have one more in the can, and I'm filming one more tomorrow, so everything should be good on that end. I still don't know what I want to do with the audio podcast. I just go back and forth between wanting it to be just something that's really high quality, where I can edit it separately and I try to get the best quality I can, but then I have to spend a lot of time on that in addition to doing the videos separately. And then I bounce back and forth between that and just doing, like I said, actually a straight audio rip on the video, and I just chop off a few things and make sure it sounds okay. And I don't really know quite where I want it to be, because obviously the video is always going to be more heavily consumed than the audio, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But I also, if I'm going to make it and put it out, I don't want it to be something that I'm not putting some time into. So I'm still trying to figure that out. And it does feel like I'm really liking how this Resident Evil stuff's turning out, and I'd like to keep that going. I think over the next few weeks need to try and figure out how to do all of this at once. And I can do that if I can just figure out how to best have these workflows. So stuff like with the Resident Evil, like with this new process, what I'm overcoming is I used to have to edit something and then I would export it. Like, this was the big issue I was trying to get around by doing these giant things, is with a giant recording, the benefit there is I don't have to constantly start and stop. And that's what I had to do previously for every episode of Chop D Drop, is film an hour, stop, confirm it works, save it, and then I can start the next one. And that made it very hard. And same with on the editing side, I essentially had to make the whole thing and hit export because it had to go out tomorrow, or just whatever I was doing those deadlines. And that, I had so much downtime because I was constantly exporting. Whereas now, in theory, I can leverage that in a different way, where, say, I can just sit down, do the recording, and then I'll go to work or something. It does all the processing that I need to be done by the time I get back from work. Then I can do all the editing, and then I just hit export, and all 5 or 10 videos go at once, again, when I'm sleeping or doing something else. And just, I think that's been my big focus, is just workflows, so I can get to the point where I can do everything I want. And I've always kind of focused on that, is coming back and improving. But it's definitely, it's like tough with balancing all this other stuff. Like, it's been super busy at work, or like I was sick this weekend, so that completely killed my motivation to stay up and edit or what have you. But I think I'm like just very close to getting everything I wanted fit in and doing some fun stuff. I just need to kind of finalize and just work it out. So that's what I hope to do. So we'll see how that goes this week. So as always, you can contact me over on Twitter. It's at takingthem4grantd. Or you can contact me by email. It's grant@takingthem4grantd.com. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again next week.